This is part 2 of my interview with Miao Wang, the director of Beijing Taxi, a documentary film that's premiered here at South by Southwest that talks about the changing life of Beijing during the 2008 Summer Olympic Games. I want to talk a little bit about the actual filmmaking process. You said you were working on this for how many years? 3 years?
3.5 now.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
That's probably a lot of footage and a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
What went into making this film, and what were some of the challenges you faced? I'm sure there were plenty.
Yeah. A lot of work, a lot of persistence, I think, is really what it comes down to, just persistence. But I started basically 3.5 years ago. The first trip was in November 2006, and I took 5 trips until pretty much the end of 2008, after the Olympics. And each trip, I actually organized it in a way that I didn't necessarily shoot the whole time while I was there. So I would spend about a month and a half in Beijing, and then I would shoot for a condensed period of time. So I would shoot for about 2 weeks or 10 days every day.
All day, every day?
Well, not all day, every day, but yeah, kind of much more condensed. And I actually I think I don't have an insane amount of footage compared to some. I mean, it's still about 120 hours, but
oh, wow,
a lot of people nowadays have like 300, 400 hours of footage, which I'm just like, oh my God.
Well, it sounds like you did a lot of planning for it. I mean, did you know what the story was going in? Did you know how you wanted to craft it, or was it something that kind of developed as you went along?
Well, I think the original concept was always to frame it around the Olympics, and so the time frame, in a way, was very...
It helped out, I'm sure.
Exactly. I mean, I knew, I knew that it was going to take about this long, so
right.
in a good way and a bad way. It could have gone on longer, I guess, but it also, maybe if I made a different film, it could be shorter, so it... but I did know that it was going to take about this long, and I knew from the beginning that I wanted to have 3 taxi drivers, because I always feel like 3 is a good number.
Sure.
And when I wanted to show different generations and different gender, I really wanted to have a female character, and also people that lived in different neighborhoods in Beijing too. I wanted to take 3 very representative characters from different parts of Beijing.
Finally, I kind of want to just ask you if you have any advice for up-and-coming filmmakers out there about what they need to know and to get started in the industry, if that's something that they're passionate about.
Well, it's hard to give one advice, I feel like, but I think really it's to be open, I think, about and to really think about what your project is. And I do actually find the grant writing process to be helpful, because it helps me to articulate.
Yeah.
It helps you to refine your idea a lot. And then and each time I revise the grant, because every time I write another one. And to really persist, that is, in the end, I think.
Sure.
What it comes down to, because there's so many ups and downs, and there's sometimes when you're just like, I can't deal with this.
Right.
But then you just have to, take a rest for a little bit and come back to it. I think that's what it is,
Well, that's good advice. Miao Wang, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Her
you.
film Beijing Taxi makes its world premiere here at South by Southwest 2010.